Hey guys, welcome to the channel again. Today I'm gonna have a very simple video on how to change spark plugs. You change spark plugs on your boat depending on number of hours you use or the seasons or whatever. You know, everybody has a different format, but I would say go by the manual and what the manual says. For me, I'm changing my spark plugs after 2 years, and the reason behind it, last year they were in back order and finally I got them. The spark plugs that I have are intended for high heat intensity. Gap that I use is 0.40. The gap is same for the fuel injection and for the carbureted motor. If you need to know the gap for your particular motor, please Google. There's a lot of information in Google you may find, so you can check that. But for this particular motor, the gap is 0.40, and later in my video I'm going to show you how to do the gapping and everything. Is a very simple video, is simple boat maintenance that everybody should be able to do it. So let's go ahead and start this video. Tool that you use for gapping your spark plug, this tool is available in any auto parts store or from Amazon or from Walmart or any retailer for a few bucks. So the measurement or the gap that you need for the Mercury 2002 fuel injection or the carburetor 150 cc is 0.40. You can Google that, or you can find it in the manual, you know how to do what's the gap. So how you gap it, you take the tool and you start from the minimum setting and you keep on moving your spark plug till it reaches 0.40. so that's the optimum gap that we need. If you see, I can't move this any further, and that's the way to gap your spark plug. Again, you start from the lowest setting and keep on moving the spark plug to the desired setting, and that's how you gap your spark plugs. So now let's go ahead and change all the spark plugs. Okay, the next important thing is to open up the spark plugs. The socket that I'm using is 316, and whenever you pull your spark plugs, don't pull from here, always pull like this. So if you see, this is my old spark plug. I cleaned them twice, but after 2 seasons I think it's time for them to go and to put new ones on. So let's go ahead and put new ones on. Make sure when you're installing the spark plug, this metal part don't hit anything, so the settings for your gap are not messed up. So nice and easy, just put it in there. Take your ratchet and tighten them up. I usually tie them up when I can't tie them up anymore. I don't make them too tight, I just make sure it's enough. Once you do that, grab the wires from the top till you hear that click. Grab from the top and press till you hear the click. And that's all to it. I'm going to repeat the process on the other side. So that is the process on how to change spark plugs, and now we will run the boat and see how it runs. We will test for other things, like we're gonna see if there's any leakage. You know, this is just like a regular maintenance thing that you do before you put your boat in the water. You need to make sure there's fuel lines are okay, there's no leakage, the water lines are not leaking, just a regular maintenance. And I would suggest so a few of the key things whenever you have your cover of the boat open is to make sure there's no leakage here in the fuel filter. But a lot of time, over the time when you're running, because of the vibration in the engine, sometimes these things come loose and there's a leakage. So make sure nothing like that is happening. Another thing to watch out is a hose right there. I have a video on that, how to change that hose. Make sure there are no leaks. So few things to look before you launch your boat. There are other safety things and maintenance things that you should go over, but I'll do that in a separate video. These things are right here in the engine compartment, so I want to make sure you guys are aware of that. Make sure the fuel lines are okay, you know, there's no fuel leakage, and you know, like minor stuff like that, you got to make sure whenever you open your engine covers to look for these few things. So I hope you guys like this video, and if you like this video, please go and check my channel out. I have a few other videos, and if you like the videos that I have, please subscribe to the channel and become part of this small YouTube channel. And every subscription that you guys, when you click on that button, adds to it. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much. Take care.